This is the card trick that cannot be explained, and this trick freaks people out. It's fooled every single magician I've ever shown it to, because as you can see, the deck of cards is in a completely random order. And this trick is not about sleight of hand, it's all about skill. For example, I can just pick up a random number of cards from the deck, and I can tell you that I've got 21 cards in my hand. So if we just count them out now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So the point of this is I can just pick up the cards and I know exactly how many cards I have in my hand, which is why from now on, I'm not going to touch the deck and the spectator is going to make every single decision. So we actually only need 20 cards for this, so I'm just going to put this card here back, and we've got 20 cards in this pile now. The first thing I want the spectator to do is just cut these cards as close to halfway as possible, so that would be 10 cards in each pile. So the spectator would come and they'd try and cut half the cards, and this is completely random. So let's just see how well they did. So the spectator would then pick up the pile they cut and count off how many cards they selected. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So they overshot it slightly, but that's totally fine. The next thing the spectator is instructed to do is shuffle these two piles together. This is the part that fools magicians, so watch carefully. As you can see, all of the cards are genuinely been mixed like this. Really burn this into your head because there's no funny moves, all the cards have just been mixed up. The magician then tells the spectator to collect up the cards again, and the spectator is told to deal 5 different piles to mix up the cards even more. So the cards are dealt into 5 different piles, this is in a random order again, and the magician has no control over what cards go where. So they've been riffle shuffled together and now they've been dealt into random piles, and then they're collected up randomly in any order that the spectator wants as well. The magician has no control over what cards are where. The spectator is then told just to give the cards one final cut for good luck, so they cut the cards in half, and then they deal 4 poker hands. So the spectator picks up the cards again and deals out 4 poker hands of cards. Now you would agree so far that everything has been completely random. The spectators riffle shuffle the cards together, they cut the cards, they dealt them into different piles, and they mixed them up as much as they wanted. They then get to choose which poker hand is mine. So they, let's say, give me this one here. This is a completely free choice. And the magician says, look, despite you shuffling and mixing up every single card, look what you've dealt me. Ace, King, Queen, Jack, 10. And the magician at no point ever touched the deck of cards. And this fools everybody. But the magician then says, look, when we play poker, I don't want to feel bad and always win. So what I can do is just snap my fingers over the other cards, and you've also dealt a perfect royal flush for every single other pile. The spectators are fooled. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. So my name's Oscar Owen and I'm a professional magician and magic coach. And this is a really powerful magic trick because the effect actually happens in the spectator's hands, which just makes it that much more powerful and impossible. So I'm really excited to teach you how it works. Now, very quickly, if you want to become an amazing magician and become the life of the party and learn magic in less than 90 days, then please check out my card magic course, Card Magic Pro. It's the most popular magic course in the world with over 10,000 students, and it just teaches the best magic tricks ever created, and it will turn you into an amazing magician in 90 days or less. It's absolutely perfect for beginners who just want to learn the best magic tricks that are just too good to reveal on YouTube, so click the first link in the description to check it out. So this is the explanation to the card trick that cannot be explained. And the reason this card trick cannot be explained is even when I reveal the secret to you, you're still not going to know how it works, because it relies on something known as the Gilbreth principle that is just absolutely mind-boggling. So the Gilbreth principle was invented in 1958, and this is basically the setup you need to do. You need to pull out all of the aces, the kings, the queens, the jacks, and the tens, and then put them into the royal flush order. So start off with 10, then go jack, queen, king, ace, 10, jack, queen, king, ace, and you run through the entire deck like that. Also, you don't want like all of the same suits, you want the suits to all be mixed up, and then this is going to be the setup. So you'll have 20 cards, and you collect them all up, and then you're going to put them on top of the deck. But before you do that, you also need to create what is known as a card crimp. And this is when you take the 21st card, because when these cards are on top, there'll be 20 of them, and then the 21st card down, you're going to pick up, in this case it's the 8 of spades, and you're going to place your thumbs right in the middle of the card, your first 2 fingers underneath it, and essentially you're just going to press down with your thumbs and move your thumbs diagonally across the card like this. And this creates a little bend in the card, meaning when you put it on top of the deck, and then you place the rest of the cards on top, you can now always cut to the crimped card. So I can just literally pick up the cards and I'm cut straight to that 8 there, and I now know I've got 21 cards in my hand. So this is how the trick works. You begin and you can very fairly show that all the cards are different in a random order, and then from there you can do a few full shuffles if you know some. That's slightly more advanced, so I won't talk about that now. And then you can just get straight into the trick. You explain to the spectator that you've been handling cards for a long time, and you know exactly how many cards you can cut to. So you can just pick up the number of cards, and I always flash the bottom card, just A, to confirm that I know I've got 21 cards in my hand, and B, it just implies that all of these cards are probably different. So you just cut to the crimp card and you go, I think I've got 21 cards in my hand, and then you count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. That in itself is very impressive. You then just say, look, I only need 20 cards for this trick. So you place the last one, which is the crimped card, back on top of the deck, and then actually everything can just go to the side because we don't need it. Now you've just got essentially in your hand the stack that you set up earlier, starting with the 10 and finishing with the ace. What you're going to do is you're going to explain to the spectator that it wouldn't be fair if you touch the cards, the magician, because you can see how good I am at sleight of hand. Rather, I want the spectator to make every decision and only touch the cards from now on. So what you get them to do is, just like you did, try and cut off, let's say, 10 cards. So half the stack here. So they try and cut off exactly half. It doesn't matter if they're on or off, it really doesn't matter at all. And then you just tell them to count out how many cards they've just cut off. So they have to do this. They've got to pick up the cards and deal them down one by one, reversing the order of this packet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They were close, but you say, look, it doesn't matter. You were very close. And what you want them to now do is riffle shuffle these piles together. This is the bit that fools magicians, because even with this shuffle, the trick still works, but they can only riffle shuffle once. So they riffle shuffle the cards together like this, and then let them push the cards together. And this is the convincer now that everything is mixed and random. Then what you say is, look, even with one shuffle, maybe there's some way I could influence it. So please pick up the cards and deal 5 piles out. So they deal 5 piles, and then just say, deal the cards one at a time into each pile in any order that you want. So again, that's exactly what they do. They just randomly deal the cards like this, and it just shuffles everything up even more. Then you can basically say to them, look, pick up the cards in any order that you want. So they pick up this pile, then this pile, they can put this on the bottom, they can put this on the top, and they can put this on the bottom. And then you finally say, look, what I want you to do is give the cards one lucky cut to finish. So they cut the cards and then deal out 4 poker hands. So this has to be done in order. Then you ask for them to just point to one pile for you. So let's just say they give you this pile here, and it doesn't matter what happens, they will have always dealt out a royal flush. So what you say is, look, you shuffled, you mixed up everything, but you gave me the best poker hand possible, which is a royal flush. And they're going to be amazed at this point and freak out. Then you just snap your fingers over the other cards and say, look, but I don't always want to win when I play poker. I want to bring you guys up as well. That is why. And then you reveal all the other cards are also royal flushes. If you want to become a really confident and impressive magician in 90 days or less, then check out this video here where I explain exactly how to do it.